Arsenal. Yes, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal game preview. We'll be talking about them in a moment, but we just have to, recommend or not even recommend. What am I even saying? The excitement in the air is too much. I know North London is, buzzing right now, but we need to calm down. There's still one more game left to play, and then there's still a big game to play for Arsenal in the Champions League. So let's finish what we have to do. I know Crystal Palace should be giving Arsenal the guard of honor. Obviously, they've won the league. I don't care what people are saying. They want it dirty. They want it rough. The FA help them, the referees help them, and corner kick, set piece title, and other things. You understand? So in the end, you can throw your tantrums, but what history we remember is that Arsenal won the league. I know a lot of rival fans. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but I know a lot of rival fans will start to say, "Oh, these people won the league doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that," and they didn't win it clearly. They didn't win it correctly. City won the league cheating too. You understand? They have 115 charges that have not, they have not gone through since Man U. There was a time Man U was winning the league and the referee was kind of blamed for them. You understand? So I don't know how it happened this season that some decisions that were supposed to be given against Arsenal were not given. You understand? But that's been the case or not. They won the league and they have the trophy in the bag. Nobody can go and take the trophy from them or say, "Oh, let's check the whether Arsenal won the league." They've won the league, and like I said, a lot of people are still mad about this league something because it's a hard pill to swallow. That we just sit down and we didn't do anything. Watching Arsenal win the league, and cheating, doing some kind of rough fighting, wrestling in the box, doing some fouls that deserve red card. We're not giving red cards. A lot of things. You understand? But in the end, you just have to acknowledge the fact that whatever the referee in the pitch, whatever decision they make in the pitch is final. Even after the game, you cannot, if it's a wrong decision, they'll just apologize to you. And what to sorry do? Sorry will do nothing. Sorry, they say sorry heal all wounds, but it doesn't change the results. You understand? So it doesn't change the fact that you've gotten those wounds. So it heals them, but it doesn't change the fact. So that's just the truth of the matter. So we just have to accept that and move on. So now we can call Arsenal champions. Yes, no more trophyless. I don't want to see any posts calling Arsenal trophyless team. You understand? They've won the trophy, major trophy. Like I said, 20 years or 22 years or so. You understand? Since 2004. Yeah, I think that's 22 years now. No major trophy, just FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Just imagine your team winning, or imagine a team like Chelsea winning FA Cup, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Carabao for 22 years. You understand? So it's crazy. And if it's a team like Liverpool, I think they didn't win the league for almost 30 years or 30 something years. You understand? But it was not FA Cup, Carabao Cup only in that they are they won Champions League. They won Champions League massively. You understand? So it is a bit different from the Arsenal perspective, but they have the trophy, and those that can celebrate with them should celebrate with them. We should not, go so much talking about the corners and everything. It happened. We understand it happened, and people can vent all they want about it. Then one thing I want to also mention, I saw some Arsenal fans calling City butlers. Please. You have to understand the meaning of bottling. I told the guy that, bro, you don't understand. You don't know what bottling is. Bottling is you being in the position to win the league for a very, very long time and then end up not winning the league. That is bottling. You understand? City didn't stand a chance to win this league. When they finally did, I think they were on top just for one day. One day. So they were very poor from the start till the end. They picked form for some games and they still dropped form, you understand? So that's just the truth of the matter. We are going to be diving right into the video. I don't want to talk so much about the Arsenal this thing. But they've won the league, so let's just focus on our games that we have to go on. Yes, for Crystal Palace, I think Arsenal should just pack out their second 11 and play this game. No need to stretch your first squad because of I think that should be 1 week. 1 week later, you have PSG. I don't know how they're going to do it because sometimes if you rest players, they become match rusted. So they like, I don't know which one is better. You need to rest them or play them for some minutes and then rest. You understand? So they will still have. Anyway, I don't even know. Because we saw Manchester United rested for 3 weeks and still come out to lose a game of football. So if Arsenal go to rest for this 1 week now that they want to rest, will they still be sharp to play against PSG? That's the question. So, but for Crystal Palace, they will do the same thing because they have to rest players. They have Conference League finals to play. You understand? These two teams. I just said that Premier League have been one of the best leagues in Europe this season. If not even one of the best because all the European trophies, we are going for them. Aston Villa is, I think tomorrow now, Aston Villa is playing this what is it called? Europa League finals. Then Crystal Palace is playing the what is it called? Conference League finals. Then on Saturday, the upper week, Arsenal is playing the Champions League final. So all the European competitions, Premier League teams have overtaken them. So it's very, very impressive. Not all those Farmers League we used to watch, you understand? Not our league is the main. I told you people before. Premier League is the main. Come to Premier League. Come to Premier League. Not all this thing you are doing. La Liga. For where? Anyway, let's dive right into the video, looking at the projected lineup, the form of both teams in the last 5 games. And we'll also talk about the injuries, players that are available, those that are not, and then projected score lines. Yes, of projected score line rather, because I don't think I'll be dropping more than one score line. Arsenal might go ahead to rest some players, like I said, but Crystal Palace are at home. So Dean Henderson have always been their first choice. For the centre half, I think they played 3-4-2-1. I call it the Amorim formation, you understand? So I think Convoy, Lacroix, and Richards on the left, though Convoy can play the right and the left, so the three centre back, but Lacroix is always in their middle. Richards can come in the middle, he can play as in they can swap this role, but I know Lacroix always in the middle, you understand? Then Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, and Mitchell. This is their strong lineup, you understand? So I'll give you the best lineup, and I'll still tell you that they might not use this lineup because they have a match and in the weekend, you understand? So they might say, okay, we are going to rest some players, or we are going to play these players for some time and bring in the other players, you understand? So Sarr and because I think the Conference League final is more important than them winning this game. They are not going for anything. They are not going to win any competition, you understand? If they win this game, they are not going to qualify for any competition, whether it's Conference League or anything. No, they are so far behind, and they are not going to get relegated if they lose this game. So they have nothing to lose, kind of. So they can play around this game. They can just draw the game or lose the game and go and win their Conference League. That's the most important thing for them. And I think if you win Conference League, you have the opportunity to play another Conference League again. So they might do just that. So the two teams will be Sarr and Pino. Then they start Strand Larsen these days to rest Mateta. Or bring in Mateta, start Mateta, then rest him and bring in Strand Larsen. You understand? So this is their strongest formation. But we might see a lot of changes, like maybe Hughes in the midfield with Lima, and some little changes here and there, so that to enable them rest their players because their game is before the Arsenal game, so they might need to rest their players. I think 3 days before 3 days after this game should be their own game. You understand? Their own finals. Then for Arsenal, we saw Harvard in the last match against Burnley. A lot of controversy. But I even believe that's a red card because that was a foul on Ugochukwu. That's supposed to be a red card. As we saw it point blank. There's no quote in it. It's supposed to be a red card, but it was not given. Someone was now saying the foul on Saka should be a penalty from Pires. I was like, from Lucas Pires, yes, the Burnley player, the Burnley left back. I had to go and rewatch, and I saw that the Burnley left back got the ball before Saka, so it's not a penalty. So a lot of controversies there. So I was just trying to clear the air on that regard. Then Havertz up front, I think he will start. Trossard on the left, Saka on the right. It has been their main formation, but I'm going with a different formation for Arsenal here because I think they will rest players. I think Martinelli on the left. There's no need. Premier League is won. So why stress your players? Why stress your best players? You understand? You can just bring them in to just get some minutes. That's what I think. I think Gyökeres might be on the bench. Then Havertz will start. They're going to have Gyökeres to come in. But I think Martinelli should start on the left. Madueke on the right. Midfield. I think Rice should not be in the midfield. Rice, anything that has to involve Rice in the midfield. Start Eze, remove Eze, bring in Odegaard. Then play Zubimendi and Luis Kelly. Leave Rice. Leave Rice alone. That's my advice, because you will need legs. You will need legs against PSG. You will need crazy legs. Like that game, I'll be doing analysis on that game. You need crazy legs because PSG is not a team you can you can't do this one. You're juggling back, bro. The movement in that PSG team is crazy. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that game later. Then the defense in the I think Calafrio will start from the left. On the right, Mosquera should start from the right. Since White is out, and Timber should be back for the Champions League finals. But a player that is back so late in the season to play the last game, I think it's better he just rest. He's just rested, because if you bring in Timber by that time to come and play a game, is such an intensive game. It might not work out, so just leave him. He'll start preseason. Merino is back in training. I think he's going to play the Champions League finals too, but I don't know how they would put him in for him to come and play. You understand? Someone that have gone for injury for months cannot just come and be effective like that. So I don't think most of these injured players that will come back before the PSG game would play the PSG game. You understand? So Gabriel and Saliba normally would play the centre half. Then Raya will be in goal, obviously. I think he has been impressive this season. And because of good defense, yes, some people are saying Raya is the number one keeper in the world. I was like, bro, how? This guy has not been exposed to a lot of, attacks. That is why he's keeping clean sheets. He's good. I didn't say he's a bad keeper. He's good. He makes good saves. But expose him to attack. Let us see. There are players, there are keepers that we've tested when they have been exposed to attack. Talk about the Alisson. 1-on-1v1. Check Alisson 1v1 record. I don't think Raya has had a 1v1 situation this season in the Premier League. 1v1. I doubt if it has gotten 1v1 maybe once. You understand? But go and check Alisson 1v1 situation. You understand? Arsenal defense so well that Raya hardly get a 1v1 situation. So I think that's a very, very good thing for Arsenal. So the predicted, let us talk about the form of both teams in the last 5 games before we go to the predicted scoreline. For Crystal Palace, they've won only one of the last 5, so I doubt they will be able to do something great in this game. They've drawn 2 and lost 2. Yes, for Arsenal, they've won 4 of the last 5 and drawn only 1, so they have been very, very impressive. Then talk about the injuries to both teams. I think Raid is not is it that go check Riley babe waiting the back for. Go the back for something wey don't see. Yes, for injuries for both teams, I think Raid was a doubt for this one, but I think he'll be available to play. Then Sosa is injured, Nketiah is injured, Dakore is injured. These are players that are out for a long time. Nketiah would not be available to play against his former team. You understand? So let's see how it's going to be. I doubt he's going to be available because the injury since he's going to stay for some weeks, and obviously the game is in how many days now? 2 or 3 days or so. So for Arsenal, White is still injured. Merino is back in training, and then Timber is still injured. You understand? We expected Timber to be back when that, but I think he has gotten 1 or 2 setbacks, so he's not back. But obviously he will come back. He will not be injured forever, and Arsenal will be back to their full squad before the game against PSG. Though I doubt they will use their full squad against PSG. Yes, then the predicted scoreline for this one, I'm looking at Arsenal to beat these people. Unless they play their small 11, you understand? They might lose this game. That's the funny thing. Arsenal might go and lose this game. But I think if they lose this game, it will bring down their confidence before the PSG game. So if they get a draw, it's not so bad, you understand? So I think Arsenal might not win like that with so much margin. I think I'm looking at another 1-0 win for Arsenal. So let me know your own thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you think Arsenal will win this game, and by how many goal margin do you think Arsenal will win this game with? You understand? Also, don't forget to like the video, comment, obviously. Then turn the notification bell when you subscribe, so you get more of our content. Do subscribe, please. Just try to subscribe. I know some of us watch the videos and without subscribing, without even liking. The like button is usually free. If you can't subscribe, you can just drop a like for the video, because we have been doing our possible best to bring you the best football predictions and reactions. So don't forget to have a great day, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.